Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Gray Man Prepping. It is time for Tactical Tuesday, and we're going to talk tactics, gear, and more tonight because tonight's topic is 20 days to get home. How's everybody doing out there? All right. I know I haven't been talking to everybody. I've been fixing some things here. So I'm going to go over here. I'm going to say hi to everybody, make sure I got it all done. Oh, we got a lot in here. All righty. First one in was Phelan Clan Wolf, followed by Crew 1351, then Diana, and then Chef Tech. And then Prepared For came in. And Geeky Gardens is here. Daniel Berry Sports Highlight. Truth Goodness Beauties here. Kaylin Strain's in the house. Glenn, How to Garden is here. Howie, Food Forest Permaculture's here. Little and Prepper's in the house. And I think I said hi to everybody. If I missed somebody, I'm sorry. Hi. And of course, like with the message that was across here on the bottom before is, if you're just lurking is fine, listening, whatever you want to call it. But, at least help us out, hit the thumbs up and say hi. And that way we know, or at least the analytics knows someone is watching. All right. So tonight's one is going to be sort of like a tabletop exercise they did at Homeland Security, dealing with other agencies and stuff, and putting out information, and then you guys get to say what you're going to do about certain things. All right, so don't start putting stuff in until I start giving out the full information here. All right, so let me get over here and I know someone's just chomping at the bit to get in here. So let me drop his link. All right. And, others you want to come up here. Remember, we're playing by this as like a classroom discussion teaching thing here. So, all right, let me jump over here. So 20 days to get home. There is an event that has happened. And here comes the raccoon. There he is.
I got to buy 4 boots to make this trip.
And so you got 20 days. Some event has happened. Roads are going to be jammed. Road traffic is already. Well, let me just go ahead and hit the next button here. Trying to remember what I got on there. All right, so you get a phone call from someone you trust saying, "Hey, it's the crap's hitting the fan right now. You got about 90 minutes to get supplies, any other supplies you want, and get your butt home." And you go, "Well, I'm over here." Oh, you got about 90 minutes to get your supplies before all the stuff goes down, and then hike your butt home in so many miles. That's going to be about 20 days. All right, so traffic is already heavy. You got that alert from a trusted friend. He or she also says all roads will be totally stopped in 2 hours, or in less than 2 hours. It'll be weeks before they can be cleared. The news is going to go live in 20 minutes saying, "Hey, this is what's going on." So it's really going to get insane in 20 minutes. So you've got 90 minutes to get your stuff and get out a little bit away from the chaos as much as possible. Riots are expected, and to be total chaos. It's going to be insane. You will not survive if you stay where you are at, unless you're already home, but pretend you're out somewhere else. All right? So this is sort of what we call the ground rules of what's going on and what you got to work within. Yeah, long walk home for a lot of people. Sorry, I'm really thirsty. I was outside working off on most of the day out there, and yeah, it was a little warm. I'm grabbing a bike if possible. Okay, good point, and we're going to discuss a little bit about that here. Let's go to the next one here. What do you have already? Take a couple minutes to inventory what you already have on you. I got a knife. I got a multi-tool. I got I got 3 lighters on me. Good. I either I have hiking shoes on or work boots, or I've got walking shoes.
You're wearing Crocs. Who are you kidding me?
No, actually, I'm 90% of the time I will be wearing either Red Wing work boots or Carolina Shoe Company work boots.
Yeah, but you're not home, so you went to your buddy's house and you wore your Crocs because.
I never wear Crocs. I always wear work boots, except the church. Then I wear my cowboy boots. So wait a minute, church is 2 blocks that way, 1 block that way, and in the driveway. But yeah, what do you normally wear? And I can go. You brought up Crocs. There's a bad thing about Crocs that has just been released. You should never, ever, ever wear them.
That's because they're what they're made of and where they're made. Yeah, go with that.
And the fact the heat releases a lot of crap out of them. Anyways, let's get on here. So what do you have already? What can you buy in the next 90 minutes? Because after 90 minutes or so, you go whip out your credit card and say, wait, everything died. It's not working. I have a backpack. All right, a get-home bag. Yes.
That's what I carry.
Yes. All right. My Crocs are only wear Crocs as slippers since they are thin in the bottom. Yeah. All right. So what can you buy? Ready for the next one? Are you going to steal?
If my credit card doesn't work and they're running out of the store, yeah, good luck finding me.
Yeah.
I'll show the camera what I'm taking. Charge me. I'll pay you later, assuming it comes back.
Yeah. So, and this, someone said, or is it, Little Lone Prepper said, I'm grabbing a bike if possible. If you can't buy one,
find one.
I am not condoning stealing, but you gotta look out for yourself and your loved ones at home.
You can borrow the bike for a little while. You'll bring it back.
So, 3 things you got to figure out what you're going to do at the beginning there. If you don't have a get home bag, you left it in the other vehicle.
No, you left it at home. Whoops.
Yeah, you were updating it and you forgot to throw it back in the vehicle. Oh, has anybody ever done that? They're working on something and they forget to put it back where it's supposed to be.
Like tools? Yeah, all the time.
Yeah. So let me go ahead and take that. Now that was all the that stuff I had for it. Let me get that down. So just to answer some other questions here. I know it's going to be kind of hard. So I put, how many miles can a Boy Scout hike in a day?
12.
And it says, on average, a Scout can hike between 5 and 15 miles a day, depending on age,
12.
terrain. It's very important. That is important. Whether they're carrying a heavy pack or just a day pack. Scouting America, Boy Scouts of America, bases its benchmark incremental on endurance and specific goals of the hiking merit badge. And this next one is where I have total disagreement with it on. Younger or beginner scouts, 3 to 6 miles per day is ideal learning stamina and trail navigation. I'm sorry, my youngest grandson, who is 6, when he gets out there running, he will run about 4 miles an hour, and then he'll stop to take a rest.
Yeah, but when you throw a little pack on them, like a little day pack on them, and make them walk, all bets are off because they're not doing what they want.
Yeah, exactly. Standard troop height benchmark for longer day treks.
Yep.
Scouts routinely do 4 10-mile day hikes to build up to longer. Advanced scouts do 15 to 20 miles. And it's common for older, experienced scouts training for high adventure treks such as Philmont, or in competing their final 20-mile capstone hike. Our troop did 50-mile hikes. Okay.
In a day?
No, in usually 3 days. The last year, my brother was scoutmaster of troop 288. They did. The older scouts started training the younger scouts endurance every friggin' chance they got. And the 3 50-mile hikes they went on that summer, they did it 2 days hiking, 25 miles one day, 25 miles the other day. However, in between that 25 and 25, there were 3 days of fishing at the lake.
Yeah, well,
they boogied up there, camped, did fishing, did everything else, and boogied back. And other troops are doing 10 miles, 10 miles, 10 miles, 10 miles, 10 miles. And when they got up to the lake, we've been up here got up here for the first night. So we've been fishing since. And so, yeah, a lot of it depends on what your training is, what you've been doing, what you're used to doing. Okay. So if you're having to avoid the roadways and you're having to go off country, cross country, off road, and you're in an area usually you don't know very well, and you're relying on your GPS in your phone, you're screwed. If you're relying on the maps you have folded up in your glove box, you got a better chance. Paper maps rule in this situation.
You gotta pick your route wisely. Yeah. Probably not going to want to walk along a highway with the 10,000 other people. Although in the first day or so, it might not be too bad because everybody's just going to be walking and whining and crying and asking for help and gas. After that, you may want to venture off the main roads and follow your map and try to stick close to the roads.
Yeah. Yeah, leaving your vehicle behind is going to be hard. If you are not on the road when you get the phone call, oh, wait a minute, there's a Big Five Sporting Goods, or there's a Dick's Sporting Goods, or Cabela's. I'm pulling into their parking lot and parking it there, and I'm getting my stuff, getting my backpack. Then I may drive back roads as much as I could until even back roads are being a problem. But, and depending where you're at, if you're in city area, if you're in suburban areas, you could be in Los Angeles County and every road's going to be jammed up, and you still have 30 miles to get to your house or 40 miles to get to your house. I used to, when I was working for Homeland Security, it took me 45 minutes in the morning at 65 miles an hour, maybe 69, to get to work at 4 o'clock in the morning. So it was 33 and a half miles to get to work. So yeah, if I was at work, it's going to be crap. I got so many minutes before everything's going to go to the crappy crap. Where can I get in 30 minutes? I'm definitely not taking the freeway. I might take International Boulevard to East 14th and head up into Piedmont, and then hike the rest of the way in.
That's assuming the side roads aren't jammed because everybody's trying to get on the main roads because the main roads are jammed and so are the highways.
Yeah. But see, I know where some hiking trails are up there from Piedmont over to Caldecott Tunnel into Briones Park, and that's where I'm going. But yeah, and Bob's here.
Artillery raccoon, yeah.
So thinking about, that's why I brought up the Scout one here about how many miles can a Boy Scout hike and stuff, is to give you an average miles per day. Standard troop hikes, they get the 10. Advanced scouts can do 15 to 20 miles.
And that's 15 to 20 miles doesn't mean a straight line. That's hiking trails and stuff. And that's without having barriers in your way, like people, cars, riots, whatever. So it may take you a whole lot more miles. Yeah. Straight line miles are different from actual miles because you're going to be doing a lot of zigzagging to get around stuff. So you may only travel 4 miles in one day straight line, but your zigzagging took you 15 miles or 10. So, yeah.
And that's the thing is, figuring, that's why I say, the title's 20 days to get home. There was another tab here. I didn't bring it up, but an experienced, well-conditioned Boy Scout on a continuous flat rolling trail can typically hike 20 to 25 miles in a 16-hour day.
Okay.
Yeah. Well,
carrying how much weight? A day bag?
Does it say here? This assumes moving at an average pace of 2 to 2.5 miles an hour, incorporating short rest breaks and a dedicated trail lunch.
Yeah, I mean, somebody has food for you already, and you're not carrying.
No, it means you're going to stop and have your lunch. You got, whether it's a boil some water quickly, pour it in the freeze dried pouch and reconstitute it, eat it, taking about 20-30 minutes and getting hiking again. All right, let me go ahead and kill that off. There we go. So thinking about it, for different people's different things. Here, where I'm at now, to get to where I go shopping in Idaho Falls, I'm looking at to get to the turn off of the Yellowstone Highway onto Sunnyside is 12 and a half miles, and then it's another 3 miles to get to Home Depot, and Home Depot, Albertsons, and Sam's Club, all right there in the one shopping center. It's another 5 miles to get to Costco. So depending where I'm at, it could be up 20 miles, 22 miles, but that's driving. Hiking is as soon as I get to Sunnyside, if I'm in the middle there at Sam's Club, I'm just hiking down south on home, so I get to Sunnyside. I'm going to keep on going for the next mile till I hit the country roads. And I know
that assumes whatever the event is not an earthquake or massive wildfires or something that you have to go way around, or your area is absolutely blocked off and you got to go the opposite direction. Then make a right or left turn to go around whatever it is. So yeah.
This is it. Several of the novels I've read, people put out there, some of them put out some really good ideas. One is a total economic collapse, and everything just goes instantly at the drop of a hat. In like 2 hours, it goes from everything normal to everybody's fighting over everything they can get, because all of a sudden their credit cards aren't working. They got to use cash only, if the places will even sell them stuff at cash. And and the other, others is it's a oh shoot, Russia launched something. Everybody's freaking out because everyone's saying, yeah, Russia's launched. The government's saying get under, head for shelter, and it's not, but
duck and cover
and everything else. Or it's a CME that was spotted, but nobody reported on it. And all of a sudden someone says, it's here. We got 2 hours before it hits the earth. Get your butt moving. So, and Ferocious is here. Feoxis, Ferocious, whatever. I'm always mispronouncing it. I apologize.
He told us once it's iron oxide something.
Oh, okay.
I think.
It's
from what I remember.
In other words, it's a fair.
Yeah, Fe is iron, OX is oxygen. I don't remember.
Yeah, it's rust. He's rusted. He's an old man or an old woman.
Yeah,
rusted.
Rust our us. Rust our us.
Rust our us. Oh, now that makes that is really cool. Rust our us. Dinosaur.
Yeah.
Anyways, so thinking about it, where you're, I can't tell exactly what everybody's area is, I've shown the map of my area, and you can see all those, mile blocks of farmland to hike around. But if, say I was up at, on the other side of Idaho Falls, it's going to take me a day to get through Idaho Falls to get to the other side to hit the country roads.
That's why I always, when I did my working on the road, I always had my go bag with me, and that was enough for like 2 nights with stuff in it. I mean, I could go more if I had to, because whatever's on the way. But when I had to go a whole lot further to cover for somebody, I always added a few things to it, because at that point, at my furthest away, I calculated it was at least a 4-day walk with no obstructions.
Yeah. And, so yours is 4 days of no obstructions with people avoiding people of,
Yeah, the only thing I did know is my route, and I also knew I had friends or acquaintances where I knew where they lived or their restaurants or whatever. So I knew I had a semi-safe place to maybe crap out for a night or a day or whatever. But that's because I knew my area well. I still know it. But if you're going somewhere you've never gone before, you better read a map and learn how to keep your head on a swivel.
Now, for my wife in California, if she's with her friend on a Saturday and they've gone across the Martinez Benicia Bridge up to Vallejo to go to the quilting seminar that goes at every other Saturday that they go up to, and they're into quilting, okay? And they're up there, and to get home, it may take them a couple days if all of a sudden the roads are shut down and vehicles stop working and everything else. It will take them, I'd have to measure that out, but it would probably take them 4 or 5 days to get to the Benicia Bridge. Once they're to the bridge, it's going to take them half a day to hike across that bridge. If they get free hike, if they're able to hike across there unmolested. Once and of course, my wife is going to hike to the slower person's speed, because there is safety in numbers, even if you're going slower. Once she's across the bridge, then it's a day, less than a day to get to the house. But bridges are going to be a problem, whether they're vehicle bridges or pedestrian bridges. Each one offers pros and cons.
Yeah, let the bridges out, and then you're going to swim.
Yeah. Well, the thing is that the bridges are still there, but you're going to probably, if it's a vehicle bridge, you're going to have idiots saying, "I'm the king of the bridge. You got to pay a toll to me to cross." Gangs and stuff. So, and I'm not sure if the gangs would set up on a pedestrian bridge to extract tolls or not, but, there are some that probably do it. I like the disclaimer at the end there. When I was young and in good shape.
I use that disclaimer all the time.
Yeah. Yeah. Back in the day when I was young, when King Arthur was on the throne. Yeah. The one novel I was reading it, they pushed themselves hard the first day to get out away from it and ahead of everybody else. That was the author's mindset for what these people were going to do.
Now, this is assuming that you're going home, and home is safe and not part of the problem that's going on.
Exactly. Yeah. Now, if my wife was coming here, we're talking months.
Yep. Worst part is she has to go through Donner Pass. She may be dinner.
Now she'll be the chef. You forget. She's a staff sergeant.
You. I don't know if I'd want to be the chef for that or dinner. I think I'd rather be dinner.
Well, if she's coming that way and she's bringing the boys with her,
dinner and snacks. Just kidding.
You're talking to someone who completed all the shooting sports in Boy Scouts, and then the camp we went to had a rocker for fire, a shooting rocker. It's something totally. Each camps have stuff like this where you had to shoot the 22 in the 10 shots in the size of a dime. You had to take down so many clay pigeons in a certain amount of time with a shotgun. You had to throw the knives and hit so many in the circle. You had to throw the tomahawks and hit so many in the circle. You had to shoot the archery, the arrows, and get so many, in a certain size. Yeah, not too many people. Both my boys got
merit badge is that?
It's not a merit badge.
Oh.
It's called a rocker. So around the emblem on the thing, they have different rockers for different things. Date of you go to camp. Usually a lot of them are just the dates, for the you go to camp. And there's special things like there's the marksmanship rocker. That's what it's called. And then there's other ones. There is the mountain rocker where you do all the mountain stuff, the rappelling, the face cliff climbing, and all that other stuff too. But my youngest has a well assortment of handy hole punching tools that he'll be if he has to. But still, that's going to be months here. It's going to be. I think I'm going to get some horses and I'm going to ride down and get them. But the thing is, for 20 days to get home. Whether you're got a flat shot to go, whatever you think, 20 days. You're going to be 20 days, 20 nights, getting water along the way. Whether it's water from a stream, an irrigation ditch, whatever. If you have a a watercock wrench. So if you're in the city, getting out of the wrench out of the city, you can take that wrench up the side of a building with a hose bib that doesn't have a handle on it. Put that wrench on, and you can fill up your water bottle.
Might want to let it run for a minute first if that hose bib hasn't been used in a long time.
Yeah. But generally, there's someone out there probably once a week using water to wash early in the morning to wash down the sidewalk, water the planter trees that are sitting out there, stuff like that. There's a lot of things to consider about getting home if it's a ways, and it's going to take you 20 days.
Yeah, water's your number one thing.
Yeah,
even
water.
Even if it's cold out, you still need water.
Yeah, water's number one. Food's number two. Clothing,
shelter. Yeah,
clothing, shelter is number three. But yeah. So if there's something nearby, even if it's a Wally World, it's like, okay, I'm going to Wally World. I'm going to get myself a tent, a sleeping bag, a backpack, and not a big, huge monster tent, a little 2-man pup tent if it's just me. And it's like,
perhaps just get a tarp. I'd rather be able to get out even if it's raining if something's coming near me than being stuck in a tent with zippers. Yeah. You're not going to see anything.
Yeah.
But that's
yeah. But the other thing too is or you get one of those hammock ones and you go up in the tree.
Yeah.
Up in the tree. But if I'm at Wally World and it's like, oh, they don't have firearms anymore, but they do have air rifles
and slingshots.
I'll grab air rifle, slingshot, and maybe a bow. Because if it's a decent air rifle, you pump it up, and it says was it 8 max usually on it. Well, I'm going to give it 15 because I know they can hold 15, and they'll hold 15 for several days. And you pump it up, and that way you ever been hit by a pellet coming out with 15 pumps on it? You think you've been shot by a 22. Let's see. He's trying together for me. Yeah, you want to keep your ear to the ground, listen to stuff, and you got to stop to eat and sleep. Not after the first 90 minutes. Well, actually, 2 hours, everything's going down. Basically, the grid goes down for whatever's causing it. Something's going to cause the grid to go down. So, and businesses even if businesses are open, once the announcement comes up and everybody's freaking out, you don't want to try to go into the store to buy something at that point. That's why you got, like I said in the beginning, you got 90 minutes to get what you want and and start on your way.
Yeah.
$90 days from North Dallas, 30 from Denver or Salt Lake. Yeah, and season is the other thing. Is it summer? Is it spring? Is it fall? Is it winter? Is it raining?
Is it raining?
Yeah. Is it or is it a nice, moderate day? Temperature gets up to 72, 73, but you got trees to hike under. Yeah.
Yeah. Nothing will be open except for metal, silver, gold, and copper.
Yeah.
Or palladium or whatever PB is. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, there's a lot of things to consider if you're in a place and it's going to, if you got to walk it and it's going to take about 20 days to get home. Do you have your get home bag in your vehicle with you? Took my V's in the house.
Yeah, you're not going to be carrying much water, Diana.
Yeah.
You're going to carry some, but that's some weight you're toting around.
And that's one of the things is that you need
I got
to be
freeze
looking
dried
for.
water.
Yeah. Now, if I was down at Jack's mom's place visiting when everything went on me, let me see if I can get this up here. That's down in Twin Falls. I'm up in let's see here. Okay, Salt City in Idaho. Boom, 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 boom. Get that up there. Come on, get up there. All right, so let me bring this up here. There we go. So there's Bay Salt, but if I'm down, and that's the Snake River. So if I've got to get down to
Boise,
Twin Falls, a little bit more. There's Twin Falls down here. If I'm going to hike from Twin Falls, oh, look at those beautiful falls. Yes, absolutely lovely down there. If I'm going to go from Twin Falls up here, I'm not sticking to the roads at all.
get a canoe and paddle upstream.
Unfortunately, there are a lot of little falls all the way up there. And down in that friggin' gorge, yeah, you're going to have a hard time getting around some of those waterfalls. However, so let me zoom in down here. So there's it, but there are irrigation ditches around. And this doesn't show all the irrigation ditches here, but you can get the localized maps. It does, and I know which ways to hike. Yeah, I'm going to be going south here a bit, but I want water. So yeah, I'm going to be going east at first towards it, then south, and then south, and then south. Oh, okay, I'm turning now. I'm heading back up again, and just it's a long. Here's where it gets a little nerve-wracking. I got Burley and Hayburn there to try to go through,
or around,
and that's it's fairly level with the water. Okay, do I stop out here before it the night before? Get my make sure I got my hydration pack full of water and stuff, enough for the last a day, and boogie around one way or the other? Or do I try following along the river's edge and get going through it? And then I head up north, and this area is nice, clear wilderness area. Stay on the north side. Not many people ever get over there. There are a few roads around, but yeah. So like I get here, I get water. I take the road across to this next point over here, get water, and you hike along it. But yeah, Oregon Trail marker. Yeah, this is the Oregon Trail here too. So American Falls. Yeah, I'm going to go on the far side and up around the American Fall Reservoir, and then cut across, catch the Snake River again, and look at all those little river contributaries and all the other stuff to go through. Yeah. So that gets me going back up in here, up to Blackfoot, and Blackfoot, Blackfoot is 22 miles from my house. So I could probably, make it, in 2 days for sure. If I stop in Blackfoot on the far side there and camp, I'd make it home the next day. But hiking along water is probably going to be one of your main concerns to get it, even if it's the Los Angeles River you're hiking along. Yep, some matches just show drainage ditches, even even in their dry most of the year. Let me go back up here real quick. And
you're in a whole different environment than most
of you guys. Yeah. See, here's they're showing this canal through town and the reservation canal. Well, there's 4 other canals going through town, but all of these, the Blackfoot Canal, the Reservation Canal, the Cedar Point Canal, and the West Branch, they're seasonal because they turn off the head gates up near Idaho Falls. So stuff's going to be seasonal. Like Tuke says, even if they're dry much of the year, you got to do on that. That is why I love where did I put. Ah, here it is.
Yeah, you can pick up a is that the gazetteer or the roadway map or whatever?
Yeah. Yeah, these things here going through it. These show the canal ditches if it happened to be the time the canals are open, and it's I mean the stuff that they show on them there. I know the green's trying to wash out, but yeah. So having a map of some sort. I could not find that. Thomas Brothers is going electronic on most of their maps. I wanted a Thomas Brothers book for Idaho. Those are detailed books. Even if it's outdated, there are certain things like rivers that don't change.
Yeah, certain major roads don't, but minor ones do.
Yeah. Yes, you can download the USGS. All the different ones, the quadrangle topographical maps, and you get the half quad, the full quad, and all the others. And all the ones I had were from California for going hunting up in around Sierra City and stuff like that. But they were great for that. I can't find any for here. I like to go to a store and look at them first to make sure I'm getting the one I want.
You used to be able to go to certain hiking stores in different regions, and they had those giant map drawers full of quads.
Oh,
and
yeah.
You could look at the index and figure out which drawer yours is in, go pull it out, roll it up, buy it, take it with you. I still have a bunch of them in my garage from up in Maine. I mean, I just hang them on the wall. I don't go there anymore, but up in Moosehead Lake and all that. Oh, yeah, we loved having the quads for that because you can see it's like, let's take this trail. Wait, no, let's not because those lines are awfully close together. I am not climbing up 200 feet elevation in 50 feet.
Yeah. Kind of, laundromats. The problem is most laundromats now have gone to tankless heaters.
Yep.
Because it's more efficient. Hotels have gone to tankless water heaters.
Any building is still going to have water in the pipes. If you just find a low area in the building and open up a spigot, it may take a little bit for the air to travel back up and gurgle its way up there and let the water out, but you'll still get water out of certain pipes.
Yeah. If someone hasn't down below, got water and left the tap open.
Yeah, or somebody left the bathtub running and just ran out.
Yeah. Yeah. There can't remember the program. There is a program that you can download. You do like Google Maps to see it, live as things change, but you can download the United States on it and for a tablet. And you can, it's not that cheap, but you can do it, and it will, you can download it, and it shows streams and stuff. You can zoom in on it, and just like Google Maps or some of the others, and probably a little bit more detail. I can't remember the name of it because you're paying for it. Shoot, I'm gonna have to talk to him and get the name of that again. Anyways, so there are programs out there, different ones that you can, get that on. So if you have your little tablet, and you got your little small solar panel thing that you can put on the top of your backpack and keep it charged all the time. Yeah. So, yeah. Yeah, it's especially in cities, certain, some of the drain culverts and stuff, you don't want to be drinking that unless you have some really good filters to run it through.
Yeah, with all the car oils and fluids that are constantly dripping and going down into the drains, yeah, I wouldn't even bother.
Yeah. Simple here. Yeah, water, wetland, dry land.
or ocean, if you go far enough.
But yeah, so so tonight's was one that's kind of like, all right, what, think about if you are, I forgot to do the math on here. Let me just go. So you figure 20 miles a day, 20 days, that's, is that 400? Hang on.
You're going to do 20 miles a day?
No, not 20 miles a day. If you're doing, say,
8 miles a day,
8 miles a day times 20 days is 160 miles.
That's straight line miles.
That's straight booging it. Like you said, you got to hike around things, go through a park, and cut over and cut back and then come back up to get around obstacles. And it's going to take you 20 days doing that obstacle thing. Yeah, you're hiking 160 miles, but it's not in a straight line.
Yeah, it's really only 50, but that's all right.
Yeah. You could probably I can drive that in 30 minutes.
Yeah, it's 70 miles an hour. Good luck.
Or even just just because it's a straight, you're able straight shot across on the freeway at 65, but you're trying to walk it. That's where it becomes a problem.
Yeah,
like Kingdom and that's back to the beginning. We talked about: are you going to steal stuff? Are you going to steal a bike? Someone left their mountain bike on the side of the house, and it's all you got. And I'm not saying to do that. I'm not.
Somebody left their $1 million racehorse in the field. Where's the saddle? I'll be home in 20 minutes.
I'd rather have the $1 million quarter horse. It's used it's used to jumping over obstacles, going through creeks. Yeah, it's not a racehorse. It's a ranch horse. I'm between the Everglades and the Atlantic. So, So hopefully y'all got an idea of what I was talking about there, especially showing sticking to routes where creeks are and stuff. Some creeks you got to be careful of, because a subdivision has all their stuff, and the people that built the subdivision back in the 70s or 60s did all the drainage and ran the drainage over to the creek instead of running it for the other. They were able to get away with that back then. No one's going to make it to my area, summer or winter. There's sparse water, no food, no shelter, dying zone 150 miles deep. Yeah. So, yeah. So, like I said, your line is not going to be straight. It may be zigzag. It may be a U shape going around. This is the danger zone. I got to go around it, or however.
If you got lots of steep mountains to traverse, where even the roads were twisty, windy, like I would have had to do, and you're not sticking to the roads, good luck.
Yeah. anyways, I hope everybody got something out of this and gave you a little eye opener of, okay, moving on foot is not that easy. It's not that fast. And even if you did have a bicycle, you're on a bike and you're pedaling along. When was the last time you were on a bike and pedaled any distance? Your thighs and calves are going to be killing you and hating you the first night. I guarantee it.
Yeah, million problems you won't have to worry about.
Yep. All right. So coming up here, Thursday is the midnight ride. Normal time this week. Next week is city council meeting, so it may be a half hour later. I got to talk to the city clerk and find out what's on the agenda, whether it's going to be a lot of about something that should be very simple, cut and dry. Friday night on Camp Patton is Pole Barn Evolution. Saturdays after they start cloning. What are your plans? Monday is kind of an open chat for Camp Patton Found the Compound. We're talking canning supplies and open chat. Talk about what you do need, what you don't need. Talk about Trevettes or not. And we'll talk about all a bunch of stuff. Next Tuesday, we're going to be talking about build your skill bank. So we talk about the most common skills people need to learn. Some of the common skills people just totally space out on, and exotic skills some people get that turn out to be pretty good. So that's what's coming up in the next week, folks. So remember, stay happy no matter what life throws at you. Stay safe. Don't go out and do anything foolish. Keep adding to your preps. Water, food, medicine, clothing. Learn a new skill, and we'll talk about those next week. All right, everyone, take care, and we'll see you Thursday for the Midnight Ride.
Have a good night.